Welcome to the Business and Brews podcast, where our mission is to highlight local businesses in the Triangle area and shed light on different industries. Welcome back to the Business and Brews show. My name is Gevin Vincent.
And I am Ryan Smeltz. And ladies and gentlemen, tonight I have the pleasure of introducing Diane, who is the owner of the NC Hemp Shoppe. I'm excited because we're on site. So Diane, if you would, tell us a little bit about your humble story here.
Okay, thank you. I'm Diane Becker, and I own the NC Hemp Shoppe. And we've been open for about 2.5, going on 3 weeks.
Nice.
And we decided to do this because it's something that really helps a lot of people, and enough people don't know about it.
Yeah.
So we wanted to get the word out there and try to get it out into the community.
All right, good. Well, thank you for having us, and thank you for being here. We definitely do appreciate it. I've been pretty excited about this show since I say that every week, but it gets better and better, man. Gets better and better. I mean, I think this is the first one we've done on location, and you know, if you guys actually come out here, it's a beautiful store. They've done a great job decorating it and setting it up. So definitely kudos as far as that's concerned. And what are we drinking tonight, bro? Ryan here. What do we have here?
Okay, so Gevin picked this out. I'm pretty excited about it because it's called Crumble to the Core. And this is out of Clayton, you said?
Yeah, Deep River.
Deep River.
Yeah, Deep River Brewing Company. And cheers to you all.
Absolutely.
Here's to a good,
Thank you
good
for
show.
having me.
No problem.
Thanks for letting us record on location.
Yeah.
I told everyone that I found you from the Facebook ads, and I told her I came in here with the expectation to purchase something. Mm-hmm. I don't know much about hemp and hemp oil and whatnot, but I told her I need some new beard oil. So she found this, and
CBD beard oil, huh?
yeah, it's beard oil, CBD beard oil. So I'm pretty excited to give that a little test go around. But,
so not only are you the host, but you're also you're also a customer as well. Yeah, client as well.
A little bit of a guinea pig at the same time. Well, you said that some of those have gone out already, right?
Yeah, after you said that, I ordered some, and then I've already sold half of them. Yeah, just like that. So, apparently a lot of people wanted some beard oil.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
It's a pretty popular item. Yep. So how's your week been, Ryan? Getting ready for the holidays?
Yeah, definitely really busy. Right now I'm working on a Shopify course and a couple little side projects here and there. But always staying busy. What about you?
It's been good. Venturing more into the property management side of it, and you know, real estate is definitely pretty big right now. So it's a good thing, man. It's a good thing. Dan, have you got ready for the holidays, or?
I am.
Good.
I have a turkey, but that's about it.
Well, you guys only being open 2 or 3 weeks, I can see where all the energy and effort has been going. Right? Good. Let's jump right into it, man. I'm excited because I think that this is a growing industry with hemp and CBD oils, and I'm very excited to hear from your perspective, actually being a business owner and actually being the actual operator, how, you know, some of the challenges you're facing and, you know, how the actual insides of the business. So you want to start us off?
Yeah, definitely. So you and I already talked a little bit. So I have an understanding of kind of where it all came from and started, but I'm always interested to hear people's like origin stories. So tell us a little bit about like where you came up with the idea and why you started the whole thing to begin with.
Okay. I had a bad ankle, and they told me I needed to have surgery on it. And I was in a boot for a really long time, and we went on vacation to Florida, and we were out on the strip, and I went into a store and bought some CBD salve because I'd heard all these good things about it. So I started rubbing that on my ankle every night. Mm-hmm. And I canceled my surgery. I went from the boot to just the brace to nothing. And I'm walking on it fine now, and I've never had the surgery I was supposed to have in May.
Wow.
And so that was a huge inspiration for me because I became a true believer at that moment, you know. So So since then, I've talked to a lot of other people and heard a lot of other stories of people that have used it, and it's been really good for them. So I think there's a big stigma attached to it. I came from a family where there was a big stigma attached to anything cannabis.
Right.
And I recently lost my father to cancer, and when he was real skinny and in a weakened state, they wanted him to try medibles, which is actually a marijuana, but it helps with appetite.
Right.
But he wouldn't do it because of the stigma of he didn't want anything to do with weed. You know.
Yeah.
And this isn't weed. This is totally different. But that same stigma, is attached to hemp and
Right.
to CBD, and it's a big problem because it could be helping a lot of people. But that stigma runs from on the street level with everyday folks all the way up through the advertising agencies and and beyond. So people
What do you
need to
think,
be educated about it. But,
Yeah. So what do you think some of the common misconceptions that you get? I mean, because I imagine that before people come into the store, when they do come into the store, they have a common perception. And what do you do to kind of educate them exactly what it is, or what do you tell them in order to kind of ease them and let them know exactly what it is versus what their perception is?
I've had some people come in and ask me if this was legal. So yeah.
Don't worry, we don't have any cops watching us.
Yeah, we've had to educate them at all different levels. But yeah, so first we tell them it is completely legal.
Right.
A lot of people want to know if you can get high from it.
Right.
And so we have to explain to them that getting high is when you have THC.
Right.
And hemp can have THC, but it has to have below 0.3% THC.
Right.
And that's what the Farm Bill says. That's where Congress legalized it, was in that Farm Bill. So if it's below 0.3, then it's hemp.
Right.
And from that comes CBD. It's a derivative of that. So we have to educate a lot of people about that you can't get high. And then they want to know which different products do what for you.
Right.
And I think a lot of people have a fear of taking oil because you're actually putting it, oil's the one you put under your tongue and that's it. Some people put it in their food, but a lot of people seem to have a fear of that. I think just because it's kind of systemic. But everybody's different, so you can't say, oh, it'll be okay for you. You have to try it and start light and see how you react to it. So we have to educate people about the different products and what they're good for and what most people's reactions are to them as far as what it helps them with.
Right.
So, oils people use for depression or anxiety, different things like that, aches and pains. So just different products.
Okay.
And educating about that.
Nice. You mentioned the Farm Bill. Can you tell us a little bit more about that when it came into play? Because I know they updated it or something like that.
Well, the 2018 Farm Bill legalized hemp across the board in the country. And hemp isn't just used for products like this, it's also used for industrial applications. They make clothes and rope and everything else. And they mix it with cotton, make shirts and things. So there's industrial hemp, and then there's hemp that can be grown. They try to grow it for a higher CBD content, and that's what they use to extract. They extract the oil out of it and isolates out of it and get down to the products that you see in the store. So the Farm Bill is the one that allowed all that to happen. So, and it's not well understood yet because we have difficulties advertising on different platforms, and they think it's a recreational drug or an illegal drug, and we always write back to them and say, no, it was legalized in the 2018 Farm Bill.
Right.
So, it doesn't always go anywhere, but we try to, educate them about it and let them know.
So in the store, what are some of your more popular products? Sorry, I can't speak tonight. You knew what I was talking about. What are some of your more popular products that most people come in asking for?
I think gummies are probably one of the biggest.
Is it?
Yes. Okay. And then the salves and balms for joint discomfort.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about the salves.
That's the first thing that we sold out of in like the first week.
Wow.
We sold out of the lotions and salves.
Yeah.
So those are probably the two biggest ones. And then the oils are pretty popular. a lot of people are looking for sleeping aids, difficulty sleeping. And there's some, there's gummies for that, there's oils for that, there's syrups for that, there's some roll-on, like essential oils for that. But those are probably our biggest sellers besides the pet products. We have a lot of people, that was the other thing we sold out of the first week were pet products.
Oh, I was not familiar with the pet products. What
Yeah.
what do they do for pets, or what do they help the pets with?
Well, there's different different products aimed at different things. Like there's calming chews. Like for instance, my lab freaks out when there's a thunderstorm. Like he can sense the change in pressure before he gets there. And by the time it's here, his teeth are chattering and he's shaking all over. So the vet always actually gave him trazodone, which is a pretty strong drug, and he'd be kind of hungover the next day. Like first it'd knock him completely out, and he'd be hungover the next day. So now it's like a little dog treat. It's a calming chew, and he chews that. He thinks it's a treat, and then he just mellows out. Yeah, so it works really well. And then there's oils and chews for dogs. Kind of like we have gummies and oils, I guess. But the other ones work on hips and joints. Some of them are just treats that they like, they have different flavors of treats. So, but yeah, it works for different things for dogs just like it does for people. They have balms for the bottom of their paws. You know how their paws get rough and dry,
Oh yeah.
especially in the winter. So they have balms and lotions for that. And they actually have shampoos and all kinds of things that help with their skin.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a lot of things that I definitely wasn't aware of, and I think probably a lot of people aren't aware of that are available out there to help us. And I mean, by being natural, it's probably better for you than medication, I'm sure, prescription medication.
Yeah, in my opinion, yeah.
Yeah. I'm with you on that.
Yep, for sure.
So, I love the store you have here and the setup. I know most of our audience can only see the back wall here. That's a fantastic logo, by the way. But,
Thank you.
as far as like the location, because we're here in Raleigh, I think it's pretty good. Creedmoor Road gets pretty busy, but was there a reason that you picked this spot as far as like traffic and stuff, or was it a coincidence? Or
Well, I think it's a really heavily traveled corridor.
yeah,
And it's close to Crabtree Valley Mall, so a lot of the people
True.
that shop there and come up and down through here. It's a great location between 540 and 440. And this whole area of Raleigh, I think, is a good area to be in.
Yeah.
And it's not in a necessarily like a retail shopping plaza, which makes it a little bit different. But I think the upside of that is it's more private, because people do have a little bit of inhibition about people knowing them going into a hemp store, right? So this gives them a little bit of privacy when they come down into our parking lot.
Yeah.
It's a little bit,
that's nice.
yeah.
That's a good thing. That definitely is a good thing. So we talked about the misconceptions of the business. What are the challenges are you facing? I know you're a couple weeks in, but what other challenges are you facing being in the industry that you're in, other than the misconceptions?
I think probably the biggest one has been advertising platforms. That's been very difficult. From the business perspective, even getting the credit cards processed was a great challenge. I even had difficulty trying to get a bank to handle the funds, for the company, because they're also unsure about CBD.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's really misunderstood. There's a lot of misconceptions about it. But I have to say, Fidelity Bank down here on the corner, great group of people, took us under their wing.
Awesome.
And they're handling our funds. Square has stepped up this year and very recently decided that they would start processing credit cards for CBD. So that was very helpful, because it was very timely, because I was in the process of trying to find someone that would process cards for us. So they've really stepped up this year. So
Nice.
but the advertising platforms are very difficult. So it's hard to get the word out, not only that you have a store, but just the word in general about the good benefits of it if you can't get out onto these social media platforms.
Right.
And, you know, you put something out there or put a good story out there and they take it down because it has the word CBD in it, or,
Right.
you know, and half the time you can't figure out what is wrong with what it is that you're putting out there. And you can't get an answer, you just get the, you know, the generic, you know, can't run this ad, you know, type of thing. And so it's a shame because there's so many people that could benefit in so many ways from it.
That's
You
crazy.
know, it's used for so many different, you know, depression and anxiety and aches and pains and, you know, just so many different things it could help with, and people aren't getting it.
Yeah.
So you told us a little bit about how you got started, and you just talked about like the benefits of it, but really like with your business, the store and everything, like what is your long-term goal? What is your ultimate reach?
My ultimate reach is to have a great set of clientele that are really benefiting from it. And, you know, if we can make that happen here, and if it works and a lot of people are benefiting from it, if we can take it somewhere else and do the same thing, I'd love to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd really like to see it back in where I grew up in Ohio, where there's such a stigma attached to it. I would really like to see it there. But yeah, it would be nice to get the word out and see people get the help they need.
Yeah.
So.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So something we didn't touch on at the beginning, but we got this crumble to the core. I am a little curious, Diane. I know you said you're not a huge beer fan, but in general, like, what is your favorite drink?
My favorite drink is a Twisted Arnold Palmer.
Mm.
Yes. So that is iced tea and lemonade and Grey Goose.
Oh, that sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
that
pretty
sounds
good.
Yeah, I'll have to try that next time.
Next time you have me on, we'll have
That's right.
beer and Twisted Arnold Palmer.
That's right.
Yeah. So.
It'll be a much more livelier interview.
What's your favorite beer?
Sweet Baby Jesus.
Yeah.
So we went to see Toya's work friend again.
Mm-hmm.
We call it Phil. He cooks, and we take drinks over there, and then watch movies and stuff. And this is the third time we've been over there,
Mm-hmm.
and all 3 times we tried to get it. First time he tried to buy it, he said he couldn't find it. I was like, no problem, it's by our house.
Yeah.
So the second time, I think we forgot. Third time, we leave the house a few minutes early, go straight down there at Harris Teeter. They're out.
They're out?
It's like, y'all are killing me, man. So today I was down there.
Maybe because it has the word Jesus in it. Maybe they're just not going to sell it. No.
It's got the label, but today I was down there, and I swear since we were over there last time, I've been in there almost every day and checked.
Mm-hmm.
And they had one in stock today, and I bought it and threw it in the fridge real quick. I was like, I gotta get that. But it's a
beer.
chocolate peanut butter porter. So that's
interesting.
yeah. So that's my favorite.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, I like Chimay, and if it's daily, Stella Artois is usually my favorite. Yeah, so I'm easy, man. I'm very
Yeah.
I'm very easy.
Definitely.
Yeah, Ryan usually likes the darker, heavier stuff.
Stouts.
Yeah,
porters.
stouts, porters.
If you
yeah.
can chew it, I'll drink it.
So you ready to do the 3 questions we have brewing, or
Yeah, I'll let you start it off.
you want to start off?
Yeah.
All right. So my favorite segment is the 3 questions that we had brewing. That's where we just ask 3 questions that we ask all of our guests. I guess the first one is, what are you currently reading, or what have you read that's been pretty good lately? It could be book, audiobook, or blog post, or anything.
Probably the most interesting stuff I've read lately is all about the endocannabinoid system,
Mm-hmm.
because I had to try to understand as much as I could how this actually works in your body.
Mm-hmm.
So I've just read a ton of literature on that.
Okay.
So that probably doesn't sound very interesting to you, but it was very interesting to me.
Oh, good.
So,
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a good thing. You have to stay on top of current issues in your business.
Mhm.
So I get that completely.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, so when you're not here, because it seems like you're always here, setting
Yeah.
stuff up, getting
So
everything
good, yeah.
ready and whatnot. What do you like to do for fun?
Well, I have a 15-year-old son that plays basketball and likes to fish. So we fish a lot. We fish in the mountains. We fish in the ocean. He caught his first blue marlin when he was 12 on our first ever offshore charter.
Wow.
Yeah, so now every time we go, he thinks he's going to catch a blue marlin. We're never blessed, you know? Some people fish their whole life and never got to it.
Yeah.
He caught it the first time. So we do a lot of fishing, and we spend a lot of time in the mountains, in the rivers up there fishing. So yeah,
Nice.
that's how we do. Yeah, and watch him play basketball. He's a great basketball player. His dream is to go to the NBA, and so he's gonna probably need some of these CBD salves around him. So we gotta get
After those joints wear out. Yeah.
So.
And our last question is, how can people find out more about you? You can shout out your website. Of course, we want to put definitely tell us the actual physical address of the location and all the different means of way people can find you.
Okay. Well, we're at 6030 Creedmoor Road in Raleigh, between Millbrook and Lynn, just north of Crabtree Valley Mall.
Right.
And our website is NC Hemp Shop, SHOPPE, NCHempShop.com. And our Instagram is the same, at NC Hemp Shop. And we're on Facebook, NC Hemp Shop.
Nice.
So,
Nice. That's all the means that people can find you.
So before you do your part, I was thinking for her and everyone else involved, anyone who's hung out with us this long, if you got any value out of this whatsoever, go ahead and like and share the video. There's a lot to what Gevin and I do here in order to bring value to other business owners or hopeful entrepreneurs and people of that nature. And Diane here has provided us with a lot of insight as it relates to hemp and CBD. So I'm sure there's other people out there that would benefit from that stuff, and I think the best way to get that information to them is by liking, sharing, and commenting on this video. So I appreciate it. And now, Gevin, if you would like...
soapbox, you like it? Yeah, good. No, first, I mean, again, I just want to thank you guys for having us out here. We definitely do appreciate it. I mean, it's a beautiful location. If you're in the area, please stop by this place. I mean, it is very, very nice, and they're very knowledgeable about the products that they sell. So please make sure you stop by here and at least see what it's all about. And just like that, we'll see you guys next time, and thank you for tuning in.
I don't wanna be just some after dark, late night party thought when the night gets long.